Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's been a little bit, but so we are 3 months post-show. I'm up about 20 pounds, weighing in around like 211, so that's like 19 pounds. The first 4 weeks of the recovery diet went perfect, gained like 12 pounds, and we've been doing, there was like 3 or 4 pounds the month after, and then we gained another couple so far this month. So things are going well in that regard, and training has been awesome. I'm almost done this whole training block. So I did a 6-week mesocycle. So 6 weeks mesocycle of hypertrophy, took a deload, and we're on the last week of this mesocycle, another hypertrophy. We'll be going into a strength block again to resensitize. So the goal of this training, the sets and volume is going to be kind of crazy, but again, this is at the end of 12 weeks of hypertrophy training where I'm progressing my sets slowly throughout that. I'll probably do a video on how to phase or how to program, I guess, more advanced training. This is something that I just kind of implemented for the first time, and is like Mike Israetel's kind of reasoning for training progression. So, because especially after like 10 years of training, you don't really progress week to week with like 5-10 pounds. So you want to also add in sets. So at the beginning of this total training block, or let's say this mesocycle 6 weeks ago, it's doing about 3 sets per exercise, and now we're ending about 6 sets per exercise. So usually hitting 2 exercises per muscle group, so that's 36 sets for the week, which is kind of a lot. But we're gonna get into it. I'll show you what we're doing. I'm gonna start this off with some hip thrusts, so some glutes, and then we're gonna be supersetting that with a little bit of tricep extensions. So it's gonna be 6 sets of both, but I'm gonna put my knee sleeves on because my knees get bothered with a lot of sets of squatting. And also shout out to Anaka for sending over some sleeves. So we'll get started in just a little bit, and I'll see you at that first exercise. Up. Just an easy first set to get a little blood into the joints, and now we'll get into some working sets. Alright, so we're gonna get this started. So we're gonna do 6 sets here. So this is gonna be sets of 10. So throughout the week I'm doing sets of 12s, 10s, 8s, and this is my second day of the week, so my 10s day for the majority of our exercises. So we're gonna get into this one, and yeah. Also intensity has been also progressing throughout the training cycle, so it's sets go up and then also intensity goes up as well. So start at the mesocycle is doing like 3 reps left in the tank, so short of failure. Now with this last set before I deload, you really can push it. So we're gonna be going probably to like maybe 1 rep left in the tank. So all sets should be pretty difficult. There because it was either easy or I wasn't doing it correctly to really feel it in my glutes. So that's always something to be aware of. Also, I forgot to tell you guys it's 12 degrees in New Jersey, hence the hat. But we're going to be supersetting this with triceps. Just because with triceps, supersetting this with glutes, while I'm doing triceps, I shouldn't be using my glutes. So it's an easy 2 exercises to work together. So we're going to walk over there. We're going to do a set of 10 here. So that was a good set. That was about maybe 1 left in the tank. But whenever you're going to like near failure, it should be in that muscle. Because you can throw momentum in there and your shoulders start rolling them into it, but that's not really going to be that intensity on your triceps. So keep the body language to a minimum, and you want to get that intensity with the muscle. So So you want that to be close to failure, not just how many reps you're doing, because sometimes your reps aren't doing much. So food for thought, but got another 5 sets. We'll be doing it pretty quick, but we'll show you what that last set's gonna look like. All right, it's going. So the next exercise is gonna be hack squats and bicep curls. I already did a set of bicep curls because, and this is something important when you're like doing progressing sets, you'll notice when you get aches or pains or when like maybe something's not recovering and just like your performance is deteriorating in certain movements and certain muscles. For me, I noticed a little bit extra, a little seasoning of knee discomfort when I throw my quad sets really high as all my other exercises. So a lot, my hamstrings, my glutes get 6 sets per exercise. My quads are only going up to 5. So just a little bit less, but I know that that's a little bit more manageable. My knee pain like doesn't really progress too much. Then also threw in some knee sleeves, keep my knees warm. So doing what I can, but this is my favorite quad exercise right now. The reason why is because you get a good amount of back support, because you have a place to push your back, your lower back against. I usually, back in my powerlifting days, I'm starting to get some lower back pain. So I really like this. I can get really deep into it, get a real full stretch of my quads, and my back is supported. So really like these in there. We're gonna do sets of 8 with 220. And I'm supersetting this with the incline bicep curls, which is actually one of my favorite bicep movements. You keep your shoulders out of it by being leaned back. It's hard to do anything but your biceps. So we're gonna do 6 sets here. We're doing 6 sets of bicep curls. So I already did 1 set of that. So let's get started. Cool. So that's those. Now we have sets of 10 with the incline bicep curls. So we're gonna run right over there, get those. Cool. All right, so we're gonna superset these incline curls. Again, I really like them because when you're leaning back, it's easy to keep your shoulders out of the movement and not being a contributor, so your biceps are just fully taking the load. Pause. So let's get started. Did an extra one, so that was 11. So we're gonna go through another, well, total sets of 6 with the bicep curls and 5 total sets of hack squats. So we'll see you on the last set. Cool. All right, so next we have our final set of the hack squats, sets of 8, and then we're also gonna do the last couple, well, the last set of bicep curls. So we're gonna get into it. Again, go deep with your hack squats. Go get big legs. My legs are actually bigger than they were at 225 in terms of lean body mass, which we looked at during the study I'm doing. And I attribute a lot of that to hack squats because you get a really good long range of motion with your quads and your lower back isn't gonna be a limiting factor. So if you haven't given them a try, give them a try because I'm trying to like give it to all my clients with hack squat machines. So let's get this done. Cool. So you got those done, and now let's do those curls. All right, last set, best set. Not sure if that was 9 or 10. I lost count at some point. Well, that was like pretty much to failure. I don't think I would have gotten another one, but that's it for superset number 2. We're gonna hit some hamstrings and middle delts next. All right, so next up we're gonna do a little bit of hamstring action and we're gonna get middle delts. Because usually I do like all my arms at the end and do like biceps, triceps, middle delt, and then just roll that through. This training block, I did it a little bit differently. Just gonna change it up a little bit, and I'm enjoying it right now. So I just put my like biceps with a compound movement, triceps, because otherwise we're gonna be walking around, breathing heavy for like 3 minutes. Might as well get some bicep volume or triceps. So what we're doing now is we're gonna do some prone leg curls. So there it is. We're gonna do 6 sets of that, and we're gonna superset that. This gym has a really nice middle delt machine, so medial delt, so a lateral raise machine. When you find a good one, make the most of it, because some are really terrible. So we're gonna be doing that one. It's gonna be set to 10 there, set to 10 here, and we're just gonna be going back and forth. So let's get. Just like all exercises, you want to get that full range of motion. So I'm really trying to get that full leg extension and bring it all the way back and kick myself in the ass. So that makes sure that you get that full, kind of like your hamstrings, like your bicep, you're getting that full curl. So now let's get some lateral raises. All right, so now we got the lateral raise. So normal thing, focus on like driving your elbows. Doesn't matter how far your hand goes, it matters how far you drive your elbow. So let's start these. So that's also why I like the machines, because the resistance is on your elbow. So it really is focusing on like you driving your elbows instead of like you holding the dumbbells. Then you have to focus on driving with your elbows even though your hand's holding the weight. So that's why I really like these. So if you have a good one, use it. 5 more sets. Another reason why I joined this gym and switched over from the previous gym is they have a belt squat. Belt squat. So we're gonna play with this. We're gonna do sets of 6, hopefully. This is my first time I'm doing 3 plates on each side. The reason why I like this is because it's also, the stress is kind of like under my lower back. So it's hard, you're not really gonna get too much aggravation there. So for me, it works really well. So definitely if your gym has one of these are fun too. So we're gonna get it started. Set number 5. So we're gonna do some abduction and adduction, affectionately called bad girls and good girls. So this one is gonna be abduction, abduction. So a little bit of glute action. So it's kind of like my second glute exercise. So then adduction, which is gonna be working a muscle that I've never really worked before. So that inner thigh. So for me, as a bodybuilder, I want to grow my leg in every direction, just to get them overall bigger. So that's what I'm throwing in what some people say is a weird looking exercise. Sometimes some guys don't want to be seen doing these. I don't care, I just want to get bigger. So we're going to be doing some of these, some things for about 10 reps. This is a weird one too, because like you're leaning back in a sofa watching Netflix. So it's good though. And then straight to adduction. These ones killed me, and I've never, in my 10 years of training, ever done these consistently. So that should mean, because I haven't worked this area, and this is also for you guys if you haven't maybe done an exercise or a certain like muscle group you haven't really trained, it probably has a high ceiling for growth, so it's gonna be rapidly responding. The more growth, the more skill or strength you have in one thing, the harder it is to progress from there. So for this especially, since it's kind of new for me, I should be able to get stronger quickly and get that growth from it quickly in that area that I haven't really trained. So that's why this is like something I threw in this block. So we're doing sets of 10 with that. So it's gonna be 6 total. That was my third one, but I'm trying to get my strength up in these so I can crush a watermelon. Our last superset here, we're gonna do 6 sets of these 45-degree back extensions, but you're gonna use your glutes for them. I'll show you how to do that, and we're also gonna do some calf raises. So what you do here for these back extensions is you're almost thinking of like hip thrusting against this pad to bring your upper torso upwards. So you're just pretty much straightening this part out. And what you wanna do also is round your back, kind of rounding your back forward, so you're not just using your lower back to do it, and your erectors. This is glutes, not erectors. So let's get this thing going and you'll see kind of what I mean. It's a good finisher for your glutes, but it's kind of one of those things where it's a feeler exercise, so you just want to make sure you're using your glutes as opposed to like your erectors or anything. And you want to progressively overload and maybe like pauses at the top or just total reps added. So now we're going to do some calf raises on one of my favorite machines for them.
Oh, got it. And then put on a roll of tile down and pour salt.
All right, and that would be those. So we're gonna finish up here, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna have for that post-workout meal. So see you guys in a bit. Post-workout meal, what's going on, guys? So we finished up our training. Also want to point this out. That was a lot of training volume. I'm 10 years deep into training. You should not start at 6 sets per exercise. Probably 3 to 4 is a good place to be the majority of your weeks. But again, I'm at the end of my mesocycle, and I'm 10 years deep into training. So don't train like this every single week. It's a lot of volume. But deloading next week. But we're getting our post-workout meal on. Me and Nicole found a bagel shop near us, and it's been amazing. They have this sandwich called the Triple X. This is that. So what we got here is we got a slice of cheese, 1 slice of cheese, should be 6 egg whites up in there, and then some chicken. So usually I think it's like 55 grams of protein, like 60 something carbs, and like less than 10 grams of fat. Ideal for post-workout, and then also got Diet Snapple and a Diet Stewart's cream. So they're delicious. So we're gonna eat this up, and it's gonna be fantastic, although I did get the apple cider. So we got cheese, egg whites, chicken on an apple cider bagel. Don't knock it till you try it. That is some cinnamon sugar action. They actually have a French toast bagel. It's crack. It's so good. It's amazing. But that's what I usually get, but they ran out because it's so delicious. So we're gonna do this on the apple cider. And I hear that people like to actually see you eat when you show them food, so we're gonna get into that. It's amazing. This doesn't have as much sugar, cinnamon sugar action as the French toast, but don't knock cheese on a cinnamon sugar kind of like base. It's actually kind of good. It's amazing. So try that out at your local bagel shop. We're gonna finish this, close this video out, but thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep it flexible. I'm gonna eat.